gang. Welcome to another episode of Real Deal Property Sharks. I'm your host, Jersey Mike. As you know, and as I always say, I'm the real deal. And of course, you know my two co-hosts, lovely Deborah Face, the face of real estate.
Hi, everybody.
Good. How are you? And of course, we have good old Coach Nick.
What's up, everybody?
You look like a movie star today.
Hey, I got the seeing eye dog right at my leg right now. He's taking a piss. He's taking a piss. Stop it, you bastard! Stop it!
You gotta get me some of those.
As you can see, we're still practicing social distancing. And I hope all of you out there are doing the same thing, and I hope you're all really safe and you're the way you're supposed to. But of course, I know being quarantined in the house is like being on house arrest.
Right.
And I know that you must all be knowing.
And you've got experience with that, Jersey.
I never kiss and
Takes
tell.
one to know one, Nick.
I don't see anything.
But
You can only see.
No, I don't. It's just like when I came from I lived in Rahway, which is a state prison. Everybody asked me, were you in a cell or were you
It's near Colonia.
in a house?
I got a funny story about Rahway. When I was a young kid, my parents had these friends in Jersey that had these other friends in Jersey, and they lived in Colonia, right?
Yeah,
And by the way, they had a really good-looking daughter, very pretty girl. I mean, I was a young kid. She was a hot chick, by the way. Anyway, they lived in Colonia, and you had to take the Outer Bridge Crossing. I think that's what it's called. Outer Bridge Crossing, and they said you follow the sign to the Rahway prison.
Yeah, right.
and we're the next stop.
That's how they do it.
Did you stop to visit
So
some relatives along the way?
I never forgot Rahway, and I never forgot Colonia, Jersey.
How could you?
No, I know we're Rahway. That's when they shot Lockdown with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That was a good show.
It was half on the water and half on land. And it was built in like the 20s or 30s.
Right.
A long time ago.
I remember that movie.
But anyway, folks, okay, first of all, I want to say we do appreciate all your comments. You've been writing in. We read them. Believe me, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do, yeah.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yes. And also, we just want to say that also with this coronavirus thing, I know everybody is like uptight about it, but if you just do the right thing and let everybody start being nicer to one another.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fucking yeah.
One day at a time. Can you say that?
Why not? It's my freaking show.
Okay.
It's our show. I say whatever the fuck I want.
All this time I could have said that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, once in a blue, but sometimes people get upset. If I upset you, get over it.
Okay, so to move along here to get started, now, of course, like I always say, all my stuff is research. All right. To move along, of course, with this going on, there's still some crazy stories coming in. Here we go. First thing, in the UK, okay, now everybody's got to stay home. Right. They have essential businesses and non-essential businesses. Now they consider a nail salon non-essential. And of course, because you get—
That's a lie.
What?
That's a lie.
Well,
that's a lie.
It depends on who you talk to, especially if you were in Boca.
Yeah. That will never fly over here.
But anyway, there's this woman. This is, like how people get resourceful.
Yeah.
During time.
Sure. You take lemons and you make lemonade, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you get very resourceful in trying times. Okay.
Right.
So this lady, I guess she has this business, okay, that she goes over to women's houses, all right? Now, first of all, if you want a nail appointment, she asks you if you have a mail slot. And
wow.
you don't understand the mail slot. Yes.
Put your hands in.
She goes over to the house, yes.
Yeah.
You open up the mail slot. She puts a stool outside your door,
Wow.
You stick your hand through
Brilliant.
the nail slot, and she does your nails.
Is it a
Brilliant.
one hand slot or a 2-hand slot? How big does it have to be?
I don't know whether it's legal letter size and it's or it's a
Business,
regular little nail size for regular letters. I don't
But
know.
you have to have a slot in the door. I guess in
Yeah.
the UK they all have slots in the
I
door.
was gonna say we don't see that much anymore over here.
Hey, I could give her another idea also. Check this out. For pedicures, if they got the little slots for Rover to go inside the little dog
yeah,
door,
the little doggy door,
and you
yeah.
you get your pedicure. See, I should get a piece of it. Hey, Jersey, we're Italian. We should get half, no?
Or at least.
Right, Debbie?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? I got to tell you, it's really difficult to not have your nails done because some of the nail polish that they use at these places, it's I forget what it's called, but you can't take it off with regular nail polish remover. So if you don't have your nails done by an actual person that does the nails, it's like having a reverse French manicure, which is when the white part here is supposed to be up here.
Yeah,
So
French
it's
on
like
the bottom.
opposite, so it's like
Wow.
terrible. So you have to have it done.
Wow. See, there should be some kind of a government fund for that.
I'm telling you, you don't want to go out without it. So I
You
had
won't
to
get
buy
any
some-
money because the government doesn't give it to you.
No. Well, they only give you enough for 1 month.
There you go.
I gotta say this. I gotta say this before we continue. Okay, as far as the comments, Andrea. Okay, this is for you. See, Debbie talks. Talk, Debbie.
I'm talking.
Talking.
I'm talking here.
See,
You
that's
talking to me.
Now you say it.
We just had to get you out of your show.
Yeah, we just had to get it. Debbie went to the Dean Martin School of Acting.
Yeah.
Two cocktails before banging, you're good. No, she doesn't.
Oh, I should have. I should come on drunk.
Hey, we should have like a brunch thing with what do they call that thing with the tomato juice and what the hell is that called?
Bloody
A Bloody
Mary.
Mary. There you go.
You're not
Or a mimosa. A mimosa.
Orange juice and champagne.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
There you go.
And somebody feeding you grapes in the morning. I'm just saying. Just an idea. What the hell do I know?
I can think of some other things.
Debbie, as far as real estate, this would be an idea. You got to make sure, because all the houses out here, you can tell them that, like, we go look for a house that could be like an added thing to the house, that your house with the mail slot is pandemic proof.
Yeah.
And have a pet door, so you get mani-pedis. You get mani-pedis at
Listen, don't think that because of
These
pandemic
ideas.
that people haven't thought of different things.
People write these
to
ideas
equip their
down.
house with, right?
These are $1 million ideas here.
These are the kind of things that you start to think about because all of a sudden, like even my hair, I had to color it myself with a box color. My hairdresser, I called him up and I said, "When can I see you?" He said, "I don't know." And I was like, "Oh shit." So anyways, he gave me the number. I think it was 98 or 8B or whatever. And I just went to town. So it's tough. It's not easy being us women. You know,
I know, and that's why I had nothing but utmost respect for women. They are the better half. I always say that.
We're trying to take care of ourselves for you guys.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Speaking like a true Italian, right?
Well, wait a minute. I've seen this on TV. This is the difference between men and women. See, a guy, which I know, like a guy could go out. Wait a minute. Yeah, that you do talk, but gotta like.
Oh, too much.
You're on a roll. Okay. Anyway, a guy could go out. Let's just say he goes out. This is the difference between a guy and a girl. The way with the male and female. A guy could go out with his friends and they sneak to, say, a strip bar. Okay, they go someplace. They come home. The wife confronts him and goes, "Where were you last night?" I was over my friend Jim's house. We were playing poker. We were there all night long, but I lost some money. Really, he was using it for lap dances. Right. So the woman was, "No, you weren't." He says, "I can tell there's something wrong." And then all of a sudden he'll go, "Okay, I got to confess. I was out at a strip bar." So you guys always break down because women have a way of finding information. But now a woman can look you right in the eye, tell you how much she loves you and blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, while you were out, she was on the phone trying to get a hitman to whack you. They can do it with a straight face.
You guys lie about the stupidest things. Like some of the things you should lie about, you don't lie
easy
about.
with this you guys thing, okay?
No, I'm serious. Some of the things you should lie about, you don't lie about. And then the things you shouldn't lie about, you lie about. It's like,
Listen, I'm taking note. What notes? What should I lie about?
You shouldn't lie about anything, but you do lie about the stupidest things. It's just dumb.
My God, here we are. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. We're four-wheeling again.
So let's move this along, Jersey. What was the moral of the story?
We'll do a whole show, Deb, and this could be like a Deb, but it's going to be 2-1. Me and Nick are going to gang up on you, so you better.
She's going to kick our ass, Mike. Don't put me into this. Don't put me into this. I don't want any of this.
Bring it.
Okay.
I want it all.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I give up. I surrender.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Hey, Nick, what do you know? You can't even get any insight into this because you got your blind man glasses on today. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to get you see through it anyway.
You're right. I see no evil, man.
Okay.
Hey, mate, how much are they charging for those manicures? Are they charging extra?
I didn't ask. I just know she does the damn thing.
Do you have a number?
$5 a thing.
Yeah, she's gonna come. She's gonna come from the UK to Florida.
Yeah.
No problem.
Maybe if we can make it worth a while. Could you imagine if we hired her to come down here and then we got a piece of everybody that she did?
Oh,
right?
Problem.
Listen, we're looking for business, right? That'll be a little side business.
I got an interesting thing.
Hire here.
Guys, I forgot to mention this, and I want to mention it. We might have a former UFC fighter coming in for an interview having to do with the impact of the coronavirus on businesses. His gym was shut down. Yeah, he's a Long Island guy, and he was a pretty high level UFC fighter.
Okay.
I'm friends with him on Facebook. And I reached out to him because he was doing some live streams about it. So I think he might come on the show. How about that?
Hey,
right?
listen,
Former UFC fighter.
Rounds with him?
Huh?
We're gonna go a few rounds with him.
Well, he's gonna give you his opinion about what's going on with the coronavirus and how it's affecting businesses and what the government's doing to small businesses and stuff like that. And he's got some pretty interesting points that he brings up. A lot of stuff that I agree with. He's very articulate and he can kick people's ass too, which is a deadly combination, right?
Listen.
So I should know more about it, but I think, huh?
Is he single? I'm
No, he's married, has children. He was a former banker, right? And then he became a fighter and he beat the daylights out of people.
That's crazy.
So. Yeah, so I'm gonna solidify the time and date with him. He messaged back that he's interested in doing it. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I just got to put it together. I got to message him. But I just wanted to point that out. So hopefully we'll have our friend from the UFC come on.
Okay, well, I can tell you this. First of all, as far as and this goes with what you just said and what I was talking about before about being resourceful. First of all these people are freaking out because they're in their house. I've been self-quarantining myself for the past 3 years. And they know
because you're antisocial.
No, I'm not. It has nothing to do with that.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Okay, wait, that's the first thing. Second of all, as far as UFC fighting, I'm Sicilian and Irish. You know what Sunday dinners were like? That was a UFC match right there. It was mixed martial arts.
No, it's probably more like the worldwide wrestling entertainment.
Sunday was, and that you wanted to clash. You want to clash of the Titans. We were doing UFC a long time ago.
Hey, who started throwing the Berjols first? The mother side or the father side?
Well, the one side would throw Berjols, the other side was throwing beer bottles. The Irish, no potatoes.
That's what happens when you put Irish and Italians together. That's what happens when you put the Irish and the Italians together.
No, Irish and Sicilian.
Well, even worse. Even worse.
Anyway, okay, here we go. Not to get clogged up now. Moving right along now, for as resourceful as people are, like with the nails and whatever the things we do. We mentioned on other shows, the drive-through confessions, drive-through testing, all the resourceful now.
Right.
That's smart things. Now I'm going to tell you something that's when you're not so smart using the coronavirus. Okay, in Putnam County, Florida, this guy got this bright idea to keep people away from him. And when he figured hey, I'm going to put a sign on my door, outside my door, saying, I have COVID-19. I have the coronavirus. Guess what?
Idiot.
No, wait. This is the funny part. He had a ton of warrants. He had all these warrants. He's wanted by the law, and he brings attention to himself and puts the sign on the door. Guess what? Cops didn't care, came over, busted the door down. Boom, crossed our hotel. 3 hot and a cot. They got him.
What an idiot. People come to your house with masks on. They don't care.
Right, okay?
Wow.
Now, so
crazy stuff, huh?
Speaking of masks, all right? There's another guy in Florida. Of course, all the diseases happen in Florida. I'm sure they happen out west. Florida.
Very resourceful. Very resourceful in Florida.
Yes. Okay. This guy in Florida now, because there's a mask shortage. Well, he's I guess he's one of those guys that what do you call it when they come, like he has to take like a snake out of your toilet, or
pest control.
Pet control, or your animal.
And down here in Florida, they have companies that get alligators out of your pool.
Right. But
and there's a lot of alligators down here.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I had a pet alligator, but because they're really very cool. Anyway, besides cold-blooded, no, I'm serious. I had a pet alligator. All right, here you go.
Only you, Jersey. Only you, bro.
Say what?
Only you, Jersey. Only you, buddy.
I live on a lake. I swear to you, on my parents' graves, that I had a 5.5-foot alligator. I started to see him when he was a baby. His name was Skeeter. They're a lot smarter than you think. He came in, he was calm. I used to feed him eggs, chicken.
Is it because your parents wouldn't give you a dog? Is that what happened?
No, it wasn't my parents.
No, the alligator ate the dog.
That happens a lot. You have to be careful.
No, this is at the place I live now. I've lived there for like 21 years. Okay?
Yeah, but when you were a little boy, did you have a pet dog?
Yeah, we had a dog. We had 2 dogs.
Okay.
Normal stuff, but we had ducks.
Hey, is that alligator still around?
No, I haven't seen him in years.
Did you eat him?
Anyway, he used to come when he was called. There are lots. I mean, they've been around for millions of years. They're doing something right. Okay.
Could you recognize him from other alligators?
Only if I called him.
Oh, but when he came, they all look the same.
He's full grown. When I had him, he was only like 5.5 foot.
Did you brand him with your
And I
name?
used to come up and pick him up. I got videos of me playing with him. He used to play with it. And then I used to see when the game wardens used to come over to my house. They knock on the door saying, "Hey, are you Michael Manno?" Yeah. There's a rumor that you have an alligator, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, he's in my bathtub. You want to see him? And then I said, alligators. I said, why would I feed an alligator? And then but
Did you have a lot of girlfriends back then?
Say what?
Well, he kind of disposed of them.
I didn't have to drive him out on US 27.
Wow.
Right in the lake in the back.
You didn't need Alligator Alley, huh?
Yeah, it was Alligator Lake. Yeah, no alligator.
Well, I'll tell you, there's tons of alligators. I guess, coming from up north, moving down here in Florida, I didn't realize the difference between, the ponds up north and the ponds down here. You can't swim in any pond down here. Because
it's South Florida.
any body of water has alligators.
Alligators, you betcha.
I had a friend who she was living at this place, and they had this huge pond, and she said daily people would be coming up going, "Did you see my dog? Did you see my cat?" I mean, these poor people, because if it's not fenced in, the alligators just come right out. So
You know, I got to tell you, that's very interesting, Debbie, because when I came down here several years ago, moved down here, I was in high rises. You know, they got these beautiful luxury apartment high rises overlooking the ocean, either in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, all the way up to the East Coast. Beautiful stuff, stuff that you've sold. Okay, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I was on the 13th floor of a friend of mine's place overlooking the ocean, and I look down and I see these things swimming literally maybe 50 feet away from people that are in the ocean.
Really?
It was sharks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's all right.
Yo, check this out. The water, as beautiful as it is and as warm as it is, even the ocean, the freaking sharks are right there.
Oh,
they're right there.
Yeah. You say you saw like an alligator, but it wasn't. It's a saltwater croc. They have those here too.
That's scary.
They have them here?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, isn't it because the salt water and the pond water, when it gets together?
It's called brackish water.
The brackish.
But I thought crocodiles were not native to South Florida. I thought crocodiles came from the Nile.
No, but they're here. They got saltwater crocodiles. Yeah. Anyway, come on. This is not what I'm talking about. What this guy did.
You got me interested in this stuff. I'm a biologist at heart. Come on.
You gotta watch the Animal Planet.
If you're a biologist,
go ahead. Carry it along.
If you're a biologist, I'm an astronaut or a gynecologist. All right, so I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me.
That's so.
Anyway. So this guy came up with this bright idea because there's a shortage on masks. He makes masks out of alligators and pythons because we have the python problem. He makes these masks that go over your mouth, whatever, and they have filters. You put them on your face.
Wow.
And
that would be very rough for your face.
Alligator shoes, alligator purse, alligator belt. Now you get accessorized during the pandemic, the coronavirus.
Alligator masks.
Your face mask. So
Peter's going to have a field day with this guy.
I'll tell you, that would be a big business down here.
And by the way, just so you know, the alligator is $120 a mask. And
wow.
The is $90.
Wow. So the designer masks.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too because so many people have different masks. There was a mask that I saw that had penises on them. Little penises.
Penises, okay.
And the woman was a nurse, and she went out and she had a mask with penises on it. And she said if somebody said to her, "Hey, your mask has penises on it," she says, "You're too close to me. You shouldn't be able to see them. Back up." So that was a way that she could tell that they weren't the six.
You can't make this stuff up.
Wait. We can back up. Remember when Debbie said she's talking about naming herself?
Oh, you don't want to back up. There's penises on the mask. You don't want to do that.
Remember?
I was thinking, I can just see how there'll be like designer masks,
Yeah.
As we move further, because this could happen again and stuff, and people come up with the craziest stuff, but part of it is trying to make a living,
Ooh. Man, this is a wild episode, guys.
I'm telling you.
I told you.
We've been quarantined way too much, man.
It's naked in my house.
There's a lot of ideas, though. A lot of ideas.
Too much time to ponder.
A lot of ideas.
Too much time on our hands. I've only vacuumed my apartment like 20 times. looking out the door. If somebody comes in, you hope that you get some mail so you could go outside and
I know
out of the house.
It's crazy.
So what was the next topic that you wanted to discuss, Big Jersey Mike?
Okay, here we go. Okay, now let's talk about masks. Okay, you want to talk about creativity, people again being resourceful. Okay, let's show the pictures. It's hard, folks. I was going to put the pictures, show them up. Because I have actual pictures of these. Stockman, I have pictures of them.
Of course you do, yeah.
But I can't. Here, I'm going to show you like one. Look, see, you can't see it on my phone. But I have
somebody's naked. What are you showing us?
You got permission for that?
Listen, there's a guy at the airport. This is what he uses. He has a baby. You put a baby in front of you.
Yeah.
Right.
He has the baby. He has the baby in a comforter bag. You know what a comforter bag is?
It's plastic. It's usually plastic, right?
Yeah, big plastic seat.
That's crazy.
He's holding
Yeah.
the baby. He's holding the baby in front of him. He's holding the baby in front of him, and he's got the quilt bag on
That's
top
insane.
of with the baby inside. That's one. Here we go.
Oh my gosh! So it's like a plastic covering.
All right. It shows another thing. It shows all these people. Guys, it says quarantine for friends. They're supposed to be quarantined and they're all hanging out together. Isn't that oxymoronic? All right, here's another one. Oh, the lines in the store, like, you know, like they're doing this now with stores. You go in stores and they put tape down that you have to stay 6 feet apart. Okay, well now they're in some stores, they're putting the lines. Yeah, they're spacing, but they put lines next to them, so the line could be doubled.
But you're right next to the person.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like saying, good thing the coronavirus doesn't go sidewards; it only goes forward and backwards.
Oh, God.
Jackass.
I'm telling you.
Here's another one. There's a guy like in a Walmart. He's wheeling out his cart. He's got it filled. He's got gloves on, right? But what he's doing is with his cart, he opened up a bag of potato chips. He's eating the potato chips, stick with the glove on, sticking it in the bag and putting it in his mouth. This is people for
You know what,
Lots.
when you're in the supermarkets, right? I was thinking about this. You know, we have to wear masks. You can't go anywhere without the masks. And not everybody's wearing gloves. But think about, like, the produce. You're putting your hands all over stuff. You squeeze in the fruit, the vegetables. And then you're bringing it home. And if you don't wash it, like, really good, I mean, obviously that could have something on it. But, like, nobody cares about that. It's like, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, I saw a video of this doctor, and he basically showed that you take the vegetables, you fill your sink with soapy water, you put the vegetables in the soapy water, you let them sit in the soapy water for, you know, a few minutes, and then you rinse them off, and that you know, you scrub them. And you rinse them off, and that's supposed to keep it clean. But you're 100% right.
Oh, yeah. Well,
As
cook
you
them.
eat vegetables, you're blowing bubbles because they're
Yeah, but the thing is,
you
before
gotta
you
rinse
cook them,
them.
but the problem is, before you cook them, you're handling them. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
really
no, I would
want
wash them
to
and then
get them
cook 'em,
cleaned
yeah.
off first. So, but you got to rinse them nice. Otherwise, it's going to taste like
absolutely.
palmolive.
Yeah. Well,
Palmolive
even
salad.
just
Hey, guess the
pesticide
dressing.
on
No,
it.
not the dressing. I want the lemon flavored palmolive, please. I prefer that one.
That's
They
like
make that too.
that's that old joke. That's that old joke. The little girl goes, "Mommy, can I help you prepare dinner?" She goes, "Okay, honey, wash the lettuce." So she washes the lettuce. They're sitting down at dinner, and all of it, she goes, the mother, she goes to eat the salad. She goes, "Oh my God!" She goes, "What's up with this lettuce?" She goes, "Honey, didn't I tell you to wash the lettuce?" She goes, "I did, Mommy. I did a good job. I even used soap."
There you
You
go.
can't blame the little girl. She did what she was told, literally. So,
Here we go. Or how about the lady as a face mask? How about the lady as a face mask they're using? She puts a maxi pad over her face and tampons up her nose.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wish. Now everybody always
Probably
says,
looks like a walrus.
I'm sure people stay clear of her for a lot of reasons.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. If you can see it, that's the picture.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, she does.
She does look like a walrus. She looks like a stunad walrus.
And the thing is, even if you could do that, would you? No. You wouldn't.
No, here's a guy. There's another guy. You ready for this? Another guy took an onion, a big onion, hollowed it out, put it on his face, and then put a rubber band around it on his face. An onion.
And he's
I would
tearing
think that
all
would
the
be
way to
dangerous.
the store.
That's so strong. Wouldn't that make you cry? You know what I
Here's
mean?
a picture of a girl. Here's a picture of a girl using a thong. She turned it upside down. She used her thong and put it on upside down. Another guy used a water jug. You know, the water jug's a 5-gallon. You use it in office.
Yeah.
Bottom out of it, put a dust mask on, and then put the whole thing over his head like a spaceman. There that is, right there. Another girl got an idea. A little girl, she got an idea. She took an orange. She ate the orange inside, took the hollow orange peel, put that over her face with a rubber band. That's supposed to
How you can breathe.
Here's another guy. There's another guy. He hollowed out a head of cabbage and put the cabbage on his face. There it is, right there.
Hey, that looks like the guy from the horror show, Freddy, or
Yeah.
Johnny, or whatever freak those
Jason?
guys are.
I know you think I'm out of my mind when I tell you.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Or like people don't think that they put on their face mask, they put it under here.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm okay. Or a lady went in a store, you know those masks that they use for beehives that the beekeepers use?
Oh,
Yeah.
She was
It's
wearing
got holes in it.
Like, okay, that's going to keep the disease out.
Hey, it takes all kinds, right, Jersey?
I seen a bunch of people trying to put their shirt up over their face because they didn't know that it was mandated that you couldn't go into the stores without the mask. Because at that point, it wasn't.
Right.
It didn't come to that yet. And the guy, and I saw the guy and I felt so bad because that was me the day before. And he's like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Listen, you can't come in here." And so he takes his shirt and he goes to put it up on his face, and she goes, "No, get out of here." He was so mad.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we're winding down on this episode, guys.
No. I don't want to go to, but that's a lot of the stuff, folks. I just proved to you. I just showed pictures. You know, it's not what you know; it's what you can prove. And I just did.
Right.
This daily stuff does happen, and we want to. So we're just going to wind this down. Yeah, it's a good idea because we're up with our time. But keep writing in, keep giving us ideas. We'll come up with some more zany stuff next week. You know, it's a week ago. We're going to come up with stuff. So I'm Jersey Mike, and I just want to tell you thank you so much, and we're going to talk to you soon. And Coach Nick, Coach Nick, and lovely Deborah Face, Deborah. And Deborah, I'm so glad you talked today.
I'm talking. Stay safe, everybody.
And we are out of here. Peace.